Should we stop now? Naylor eyed Mim. Though it wasn't that late, and would be earlier than usual, the situation made it feel as though it could be better to end their progress through the forest for the day. It would also give them a chance to mentally regroup and eat. Though it won't be instantaneous, eating at least helps us grow stronger, James thought upon considering the idea of them making camp for the night. It feels a little early to stop, Adam said. Mim looked at Naylor and then at Adam. I do agree that it's slightly early for us to consider setting up for the night. But it is true that our current circumstances places a slight demand that we consider it. What are you thinking? Celine asked the cat person. The more things get stranger, the more I feel that we need to press forward, Mim answered the elf, directing his attention to the dwarf. I do think it would be smarter to stop for the night, but that's if our situation was normal, and we may need to increase our progress. James had a feeling that Mim was suggesting something, whether it was due to his instincts as a leader, or it was the obvious decision. Will you have us continue through the night? Upon hearing that they'd be likely to continue through the night, everyone was surprised. Raoul furrowed his brow. Are you really thinking of continuing? Do you think that's wise? It was one of the first times that Raoul openly questioned Mim so directly. Sighing, I think it's necessary, Mim said. The cat person didn't seem to mind that James had revealed what he had been thinking. Why take such a risk? Celine agreed with her half-brother's doubt about whether such a thing was the correct move to make. Even though we haven't encountered anything during the night, it doesn't mean that we should be gambling that things will stay the same. Setting up camp allows us to eat and recover, Adam added. James nodded. You even mentioned that you think that it may take over a year to get through the forest, James said. Do you think it's wise to rush instead of slowly building up our strength? Though Mim was the leader of the combined groups, James still felt it was necessary to voice his concerns when needed. He didn't like the idea of putting his comrades into a dangerous position. Slowly nodding, Mim looked at James. You're right in thinking that continuing on is dangerous. But the fact that we have so much ground that needs to be covered, on top of the unusual behavior of the forest, causes me to be concerned about what could be happening right now. James wanted to retort, but he felt the words caught in his throat. You know, at least deep down, that this isn't normal. Mim slowly raised his hand and motioned at the forest. What would you have us do? Do we have the time to be cautious? What Mim had said rang true for James. Are you suggesting we don't even stop? Kate asked, not finding the idea to be a good one. Before anyone else could voice their agreement, Mim shook his head. No, it would only be for tonight. As I said, which James reminded all of us, I do think it'll take quite some time before we get through the forest. Then why? Celine started to say. Even if we're going at a pace similar to ours from the previous time we went deep into this place, I suspect that it's too slow. Mim gritted his teeth in frustration.